Hello, sunshines. Welcome to another session with Yoga with Heather Flower. Today, we are going to be focusing on finding balance. We're going to be doing some balancing poses, so if you happen to have a block, that might come in handy. If you don't, that's fine. If you want to do the balancing poses near a wall, I recommend that as well, if balancing is something you're still new at. So, with regard to finding balance, I know that during these trying times, it can feel as if things are very out of balance, and as if you're personally very out of balance, and as if the world is out of balance. So I want to remind everybody right now that in nature, things are actually very much finding balance in this moment. It is spring, the days and nights are about equal in length. The temperature is more neutral than it is any other time of the year, and it has less variety than any other time of the year. So there's a symmetry to all of that. Also, with all of the less human activity, the earth is healing itself in certain ways. The lakes and rivers are clearing up, the air is getting cleaner. And even in our own personal lives, in the midst of this tragedy, I know many people are being forced to slow down in a way that's helping them find a little more balance inside themselves, to take the time to appreciate what actually matters to them, quality time with loved ones, to appreciate their health in each day and not take that for granted. And I want to remind all of you, we will be exploring this with our physical practice today, that balance is not about perfect symmetry and alignment. There's an illusion that balance is always about having perfect alignment and symmetry. Balance is actually about waving widely in and out of balance into extremes, and over the course of time finding your center of gravity, whether that time means the few breaths it takes you to try and hold a tree pose on one foot, or the course of your life, or the course of life on this planet. So with that in mind, everybody find a comfortable seat. We're going to warm up today actually with a breathing exercise that helps us find a little symmetry in the neurons of our brain. Neurologists have found that this actually unites left and right hemisphere of our brain. People have been doing this for 5,000 years, but Western neurologists are finally catching up to what it actually does for us. And so it balances out your energy. If you're feeling really jittery or anxious, which I'm sure a lot of you are, it helps kind of even that out. If you're feeling really sluggish and depressed, which many of you may be feeling that way as well, it can give you a lift, and it kind of clears the imbalances of our energy. So you're going to take your thumb and your pinky. I'm going to invite you to take your thumb to your right nostril. Take a deep inhale through the left, nice and deep. Hold it. Switch nostrils and close that with your pinky and exhale. Hold on empty. Now inhale for the count of 3. Hold it. The flowers behind me, the azaleas, smell so nice. Switch nostrils, exhale. Hold on empty. Now inhale. Hold it. I love the smell of those flowers. Switch nostrils, exhale. I'm going to invite you to try 3 more rounds to your own count and your own breath. Don't be on anyone else's schedule. Make sure to hold for a little bit on the inhale and exhale. And make sure that you're trying to actually make those exhales a little longer than the inhales. Again, that's a cue to your nervous system to get out of fight or flight mode and get out of a state of emergency, which we're all in right now. So try and extend those exhales. Do 3 rounds. Make sure you're ending with an exhale on the left to bring in that more yin calm energy. And I'll do it with you, but don't feel like you have to follow my timing. Place your palms in your lap if you've completed. If not, just take your time and wait You don't have to follow my lead. You can take your own time with this. Take your hands on your lap when you're ready and just close your eyes. Feel yourself breathe evenly through both nostrils. Feel what that feels like. And get a sense of what that just did right now for your physiology, okay? Just scan your body, just ask yourself if you feel any different than you did a few moments ago. Good. We always take some cat-cows in order to warm up the spine, but today let's do it seated since we're already seated. So exhale out, curve your spine in, inhale up. We'll take 6 of these nice and gentle. If you're still doing your alternate nostril breathing, just catch up to us when you want to. Good. The spring breeze feels so nice right now. Take a little lateral stretch, warming up the spine. Beautiful. Okay, everybody with as little drama as possible, come up to standing. So to warm up the body, and this will probably be the most active part of our practice today, we're going to do some sun salutations to greet this beautiful sun to warm up before we get into our balancing postures. We're going to explore today, since we already did Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation A in the first series I did. Today I want to try Surya Namaskar B for those of you who want to take it to the next level and go up a step. If you don't want to follow this, if you want to stick with the basic sun A, that's great. Remember, you're also always welcome to just take a half sun salutation. To reach up, exhale down, inhale halfway lift, exhale fold forward, inhale rise up, bring your hands to your heart. You don't have to come down to the ground. You can even do this sitting in a chair. You are more than welcome to do that. So if you're coming with me into sun B, so Namaskar B, we're going to start off in Utkatasana, in chair pose. So you're going to either take your big toes together, heels apart, or you're going to take your feet about hip-width distance, whatever feels better in your lower spine, as you sit back into your chair. So imagine that you're trying to sit into a little chair that's just a little too small. Try and take the weight into your heels. I don't want the weight on your toes. So sit back into your heels, even lift your feet up. Then straighten your arms and take your shoulders down your back. Relax your shoulders. I know almost all of you are hunching your shoulders up towards your ears, even though I can't see you. I know you're doing it. So relax your shoulders, okay, and straighten those arms. This is called Utkatasana, also known as fierce pose, awkward pose. So find some energy here, some courage. Deep inhale, keep breathing. Find some ease inside the effort. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift up, flat back, shoulders away from ears, long neck. Come into your down dog. And now, take your right leg up. Come into a one-legged dog, if this is accessible for you. Take that foot forward between your hands. Pivot that back foot about 45 degrees. So we're coming into our warrior one. So just pivot that back foot about 45 degrees. Remember, shoulders away from ears, bend out of the elbows. Keep breathing. Exhale down. Come into your down dog. Lift that right foot up. Take a deep breath. As you place it between your hands, pivot that back foot, come on up. Keep breathing. Remember, find some courage here. Open your heart up towards the sky. Exhale down. Down dog. As you find your plank, notice if you had to move your hands or feet. I want them the same distance. So just be conscious of that next time. You can come down into knees, chest, and chin. Or you can come down into a chaturanga. Do not go down past your elbows. Open up your heart. Come up for an up dog. Take a deep breath. Tuck those toes. Raise those hips. Down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to your heart. Beautiful. Let's do that again. So find your Utkatasana. Take your feet apart. Hip width distance or toes together, heels apart. Sit back into your chair. Take a deep breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. flat back, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold forward, come into your down dog. Lift that right foot up towards the sky. As you take it between your hands, pivot that back foot, 45 degrees. We're coming into our warrior one. Proud warrior, be proud, open up your heart. Bend out of elbows, shoulders away from ears. Imagine I'm pressing your shoulders down with my peace fingers. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take that left foot up. Take it between your hands, pivot that back foot, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Find your down dog. Come into your plank. Lower down. Come up for your up dog. Tuck those toes, raise those hips, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulders away from ears, long neck. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to your heart and take a minute to feel it beating. To be grateful for the sun, for this beautiful spring breeze, for your health, for your ability to love. And find an intention right now, okay? As things are getting effortful, I'd like for you to remember why you're doing this. Give your practice some intention. So what do you want to dedicate your energy to today? What's gonna be your motivation? Find it for yourself right now as you feel your heartbeat, and we do one more of these. Sit back into your chair, fierce chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward, find your down dog. Take that right foot up. As you take it between your hands, pivot that back foot, 45 degrees. Reach up, bend out of elbows, shoulders away from ears. Good. Exhale, fold forward, find your down dog. Left foot comes up. As you take it between your hands, pivot that back foot, reach up for the sky, open that heart. Exhale, fold forward, find your down dog, come into your plank, lower down knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Open up your heart for an up dog, tuck those toes, raise those hips, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to your heart and feel it beating. Just take a moment. Be grateful for your heartbeat. Now, however you performed in that just now is perfect. This is not the time to start judging yourself or having opinions. Just know that it's perfect exactly the way it is. Everything's the way it should be in this moment, and you are what you should be in this moment. With that in mind, grab your block if you have one. If not, that's fine. Have it near you. We're going to start off in mountain pose. So spread your toes. We're going to ground from the root up. So we're going to start with our root chakra, the ground. Spread your toes onto the ground. Really cement your feet in. Grip the earth. Imagine you're growing roots into the ground right now. I want you to find the four corners of your feet. So find your weight balanced evenly on all four corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine that you're evenly distributing your weight. Roll your shoulders back, open your palms up, open your heart, shoulders down your back, face relaxed, long neck. This is mountain pose, Tadasana. Imagine that something is pushing against you, wind and rain and ocean, but you are a strong, tall mountain. And know that standing on 2 feet was not always easy. When you were a toddler, this is quite a challenge, one of your biggest challenges. It took millions of years of evolution for us to do this. If you have the block, try placing it between your thighs to help with core engagement. If you don't, that's fine. Tuck up the pelvic bone so your back is nice and straight. So you're not sticking your butt out and you're not thrusting forward. You want a nice, even, straight spine. Shoulders back, palms out. Find your perfect Tadasana. Okay. With the block, actually, I'll keep it there. Close your eyes. Close your eyes right now and feel yourself balancing evenly on your feet. And notice notice that maybe you're not actually standing perfectly straight and tall. We are energetic beings. Notice that very subtly you may be shifting back and forth with the earth a little bit, maybe left and right, maybe forward and back. You're kind of catching your balance over time. This is true balance. Balance means sometimes swinging widely in one direction and coming out the other direction and finding it over time. Like I said, whether it's the time you're holding a balancing pose or your life or life on this planet, sometimes true balance means staying up all night because you're really into that project you're working on. Sometimes it means sleeping for 20 hours because that's what your body needs. That's okay. That's what balance is, right? So take in the things you have right now and notice that that is life offering you a moment for balance. With that in mind, we're going to come into tree pose. I suggest you remove the block. Shift your weight. We're going to actually do this with our eyes closed eventually, but first just shift your weight onto your right foot. And I'm mirroring you. I'm doing the opposite. Spread those toes. Now find the four corners of that foot and do it without getting your hips all involved. So no drama with the hips. I want you shifting your body weight, keeping your body straight like a stick. You're just taking the weight off of this leg. And you're going to take your heel to your ankle at first, okay? And we're going to close our eyes. And you're going to lift your arms up into branches. Now notice, and use a wall if you need, but notice that your body is shifting and catching itself, right? This is really tricky when you don't have something to look at, but notice that you're kind of waving and you're finding your center over time. Again, this is what true balance means in our lives and in our bodies. Good. Come back into Tadasana in mountain pose. Just stand there for a moment. Okay, we're going to now try tree pose, Vrksasana, tree pose, with our eyes open. So find something to look at that's not moving. Don't look at me because I wiggle, okay? Find a drishti, that's a focal point, something to focus your energy on. You're going to find this a bit easier when you're allowing yourself to look at something. Take your heel to your ankle. If you're a little more advanced, you can also take it to your calf, or if you're really advanced, take it to your high inner thigh above your knee. Do not place it on the knee joint. That can cause injury over time. I always say that, and I always see people doing it and have to correct them, so I know someone out there's doing it. So I'm not there to see it. So if you have it on your knee, don't do that. Above or below, please. Okay? Find something to look at. Lift your arms and find your branches. If you want, you can make a little flower mudra to honor the flowering trees of spring right now. Take 6 deep breaths. Come out. Beautiful. Stand in Tadasana. Take a moment to just feel how good it feels suddenly to be on 2 feet. Right? So we're going to cut our center of gravity in half, cut our base in half. So spread those toes. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Imagine now that your hips are straight. Imagine like 2 beams of light shining at me through your hips. So you're not going to start shifting them around in reaction to this. Your whole body shifts like a stick. Grow roots into the ground. Rip the earth with your toes. Find the four corners. Keep your eyes closed at first. Take a little baby tree, heel to ankle, close your eyes. Find yourself, wiggle and shift around. Be a nice tree in the wind. Good. Good. Come out. Know to falling out of balance is part of what being in balance is. So if you fall out during a balancing pose, congratulations, you just did true yoga. Let it go. Let go of the ego, the voice that says you always have to do everything perfectly and that everything always has to be in perfect alignment. I always share with people that when I teach my kids' classes, if they fall out of a balancing pose, they think it's hilarious. They laugh and they giggle, so do that. Just giggle it. Just laugh it out. So we're coming back into our tree pose. Spread the four corners of your feet. Shift your weight onto that foot. Okay, I'm mirroring you, so I'm on my, I want you to do your left foot right now. And you find your version of tree. First, find that drishti again, something to look at, very steady. It's going to feel different on this side. We're not perfectly symmetrical, as I keep saying, so it's going to feel a little different from one side to the other. And you find your version of tree. I'm a little more wobbly on this side, even though it's my left dominant side. Good, and find your branches or your flower if you want to honor the spring. Take 6 deep breaths. Slowly come out, stand in Tadasana. That was gorgeous, everybody. We're going to now come into Gardasana, eagle pose. This is a good time to honor the eagles. And this is more of a kind of inward balancing pose. So again, if you happen to have a block or something to use as a block, go ahead. If not, that's fine. If you need to find a wall, do it, please. There's no shame in that. It's a great tool for helping you find balance. So I'll demonstrate this with the block for a moment. Again, find a drishti. Take the block to your right foot. Shift your weight, bend the knee a little. Take that other leg around. Arms come out, so traditional eagle arms is right over left. And come into eagle arms. If this is not accessible for you, then just hug yourself, same back shoulder stretch. Okay? So we're wrapping the opposite arm on top as what the leg's on top. So right now you want left leg on top and right arm on top. Find your eagle pose. If you don't want to use the block, if you're more used to this and you want to just wrap your foot around, go ahead. 6 deep breaths. Come on out, stand in Tadasana. Beautiful. I love that as a back shoulder stretch in addition to the balance challenge. So you're going to now take the block, if you're using it, to the other foot. Shift the block against the foot. Shift your weight, just like we did in tree pose. Bend the leg. You're going to take your left leg around. Find something to look at. There is a really adorable little ladybug that I'm going to look at on the ground right now. And you're going to take your, this time, left arm over right. So it's right leg on top, left arm on top. You're going to find your version of eagle. Again, if you cannot do the full arm wrap, just hug yourself. It's beautiful. If you want to remove the block, if you're a little more experienced with this posture, go ahead. Take 6 deep, calming breaths. Ujjayi breaths. Remember that ocean sound in and out your nose. Come on out, stand Tadasana. Beautiful. I always like to follow that with dancer pose. It's a chance to kind of open up the shoulders the other way. So last balancing posture for today. Shift onto your right foot one more time. Spread those toes. This one might be a really good one to use a wall for if you are a little newer to your practice because it's a little more challenging. So I want you now to take your left foot into your hand. And just either grab the wall or raise that right arm. So you can stay here. This is a wonderful balance challenge and you're getting a really good quad stretch too. If you are more experienced with this and want to take it a step further, then what you're going to do is find again something to look at on the ground about 2 feet in front of you. It's like, again, adorable little ladybug. I think a different one over here. You're going to kick back. Do not worry about leaning forward. Just let the leaning forward happen from the lift of your back foot. You just kick. Do not worry about trying to lean forward. Good. Come out when you're ready. If you're still playing with that, go ahead. Don't be on our schedule. You take your time. Come back out. Stand in Tadasana. Okay, we're going to take this to the other side. So take first, I'll show it here first. Take your right foot into your hand. Raise that left arm. And just stand here. You can stay here. You can grip a wall. You're getting a great balance challenge here and a great quad stretch and a good shoulder stretch. If you feel like you want to take this a step further, find something 2 feet in front of you to look at and kick and lift with that back foot. Do not worry about leaning forward. I promise you it's just going to happen. You don't have to worry about it. Come on out when you're ready. Stand in Tadasana. Beautiful. Okay, it's time to stop taking ourselves so seriously. Whatever that brought up for you, right? Any, I can't do this, this is too hard, or maybe it's just too easy, whatever it is, just let it go. The moment is past, right? Be proud of what your body is capable of. Enjoy the fact you're experiencing vitality in this moment. And let's just let it all go with some breath of joy. So inhale, exhale, one more. Last one. Everybody have a comfortable seat. We're going to finish off with 3 sun breaths to create the beautiful sunny spring day. Inhale. Last one. And one more. Beautiful. We haven't done any twisting yet today, so let's just do one seated twist to finish our practice. Just a chance to kind of wring out whatever's going on, right? Just wring out the toxicities in our body. Twisting is so good for the immune system. It's detoxifying. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So just switch which leg is on top. Beautiful. All right. Lie down on your backs and just take a very, very brief shavasana, a chance to just relax, melt into the earth. Allow your body to take in all the work that you've just done, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Let your nervous system absorb the medicine of these postures. Feel free to pause the video and take a much longer one, but we're going to go ahead and stretch. Wiggle your fingers and toes, wake up your nervous system. Roll over onto your right side into a sweet little fetal position using your arms and hands as a pillow. Take a moment right here to thank yourself for the effort that you're putting in right now, just in existing and helping the world in whatever ways you're able to, and in your unique embodiment in the universe, the light that you bring. Slowly seat yourself up. Close your eyes, place your hands to your heart. Remember the intention that you said at the beginning of practice, whatever it was. If something new has arisen, that's beautiful, it's a new moment. We'll seal our practice with one final Om. You're welcome to join me or just listen. Inhale. Om. Take your hands to your forehead for clear and pure thought. Take your hands to your lips for clear and pure speech. Take your hands to your heart for clear and pure intentions. Thank you for sharing this really beautiful, special moment with me, for your efforts. With infinite love and gratitude, namaste.